Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to cover a little piece of Marky G. You got Bvrfam TV, see? You want to put a piece of because it's too important. So, when you listen to Marky G, I say, see?
Yeah, man, sugar man. Has to be a government of liberation of the people. All injustice, we have to go try and find a way to deal with it so that historical wrongs are righted and our people feel that the government supports them, respects their culture, and we can move forward as a real, strong, cohesive nation and take on the challenges that we face. Constitutional reform, I have to say two things about that too. Because then bring a bill into Parliament to reform the Constitution. Now, we in the PNP, long time we have said we need to have our own Jamaican head of state. We should be a republic within the Commonwealth.
And ladies and gentlemen, just to reference what he's talking about, I want you to look at the screen. Alright, look at these two articles. Alright, where? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. No, that's not it. Right here. PJ Patterson, Jamaica Eyes Republican Future. Alright. I love the Queen dearly, he told a party conference Sunday. But the time has come when we must have a head of state chosen by us. Alright. This is Portia Simpson Miller. Jamaica will become a republic. New Prime Minister of House. And she took a term. She was dedicated as well. After taking office in landslide, Portia Miller pledged to drop Queen as head. And I remember this. I could remember this moment. I was very proud. I was like, yeah, full time now. You see me? Real talk. Alright, so let's continue with that.
Then recently come to accept that. But they want to do it in a piecemeal style. When I say, we're going to leave the monarchy as head of state, but we find our court will be his court. Plantation he come from. But that court is a good court, but it's an inaccessible court. You can't travel to England as a Jamaican without a visa. In fact, right now, I'm on can't go England, I don't have a visa, I'm not going to my own. But you know, must get a visa when you apply for it. And then now, you have to have millions and millions of dollars to take a case to the final court of Jamaica. Because the fly lawyers up there put them up in a hotel in London. You have to engage Privy Council agents in London. Then people charge us £600 an hour, English pound an hour.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Emotional damage.
It's in London. Then people charge us £600 an hour, English pound an hour. So seriously, our final court is not an accessible court. So we really don't have a final court right now. Only 1 and 2 cases can go to that court. And it shouldn't be so. As a lawyer, you recognize the importance of a final court because that is where the law is set right or fixed or declared in a positive way. We have our own constitution. We have our Charter of Rights. And the ultimate entity that can decide what it means and how it applies does so in the name of a foreign king. And it's some man who hardly, none of them have never been here. It can't be so. The Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, the Caribbean Court of Justice, was set up over 15 years ago. It was funded with a trust fund to ensure it has adequate resources to sustain it, so it don't rely on any government to put in the money for it to be able to function. It is independent of politicians. It has been delivering first-class justice. It is respected all over the world. Barbados is doing well. It's growing at a more rapid rate than Jamaica. With Jamaica, I go down, Barbados, I go up. Guyana has accepted it as the final court of Guyana. Guyana has received more foreign direct investment than any other country in the region right now because of oil and gas. And they have the CCJ as their final court. Belize has it. St. Lucia has it. Dominica has it. So I said to them, if you want to deprive our people of the right to attend and bring a case to the final court if they don't get justice in Jamaica, and they can't afford to go to to England to deal with that. And we have the CCJ, you don't need a visa to go there. Before it comes to Jamaica to hear cases if it needs to. Why would you not give the people of Jamaica that benefit and that right? After so many centuries where we haven't had it. And I said to them, if you want us to participate in this joint select committee looking at this bill we put in Parliament, you have to give me some good arguments around this issue. I want to hear why you want to deprive the Jamaican people of that benefit and those rights. And no, Andrew Ness don't say a word about it. We don't know what in a deal without wedding fat when it comes to this issue. They put one sentence in the through speech which says they're going to deal with it in phase 2 as a referendum. But I want to know what their position on the matter is. Because I want to know that Jamaica can move forward to full decolonization now. So we're not going to play those games with them. And then when you look at the bill they brought, they set up the thing so that the president to be can be chosen by Andrew Holness. The president of Jamaica. Because if he and I don't agree, the way them set up the thing, by simple majority of both houses, which they have, they can put their own person as the president. Hey, it's a serious thing, you know. The president is not just a symbolic president in Jamaica, you know. The president has some critical roles to play in appointing sensitive people to sensitive positions, like the Integrity Commission. Because the Integrity Commissioners are chosen by the Governor General, other than the Auditor General who is there as of right. But the others are chosen by the Governor General, and when the president replaces the Governor General, it's with the president. So how can Andrew Holness want to choose the president who will appoint the Integrity Commissioners who are investigating him? Anything can go, sir? Be ready, I don't know. So, and then bring this constitutional reform bill. Now there was a thing that had been agreed from the 1990s. I look on that bill and I say, alright, so you know some bad for them thing. I may just make some adjustments. So that the kind of be ready, I don't know. So, and then bring this constitutional reform bill. Now there was a thing that had been agreed from the 1990s. I look on that bill and I say, alright, so you know some bad for them thing. I may just make some adjustments.
Yo, here Marky G say, I know some bad for them thing. So just make some adjustment. Oh no, notice Marky G swagger. Marky Z, yo, the man swagger turn up, bro. Yo, the man, they put on the vibe, man, I tell you. And it's not alcohol, bro. The man confidence and him comfortability with the people, is just on another level, bro.
So that the kind of behavior that we saw there would be included within the ambit of this legislation. And I tabled it 3 years ago in Parliament as a constitutional amendment. Them don't let it go no further. And then bring this thing now to Parliament, this constitutional reform bill, and they don't have nothing in it about impeachment either. So there's nothing in it dealing with accountability. There's nothing in it dealing with true sovereignty, because it's a piecemeal business. So I say to Jamaica, don't support this thing. This thing not ready.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
You hear that, Andrew? Well thinking Jamaican. And you hear what Marky G said? It not ready be. It not ready.
And they don't have nothing in it about impeachment either. So there's nothing in it dealing with accountability. There's nothing in it dealing with true sovereignty, because it's a piecemeal business. So I say to Jamaica, don't support this thing. This thing not ready. Them have to wheel and come again. And we will wheel and come again when we form government. Because constitutional reform is a vital thing. But they must be done properly. There must be true consultation with the people. So the first thing is, you don't just handpick the committee, which is what they did. Other than the 2 persons who they said I could appoint, them handpick the rest. When they move them town one meeting,
too smart the man appoint, and out of everybody, out of the rest of them, I them pick them. One of the man them weigh the balance to feed them advantage everywhere. Andrew Holness not play fair, no, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Holness not like democracy, you know. Andrew Holness like dictatorship. Danship, me rule, anything me say goes. Him would have want it appear to be like a democracy. You understand? But the core of him leadership is dictatorship. You don't understand this, make get that down the head. You understand? Let's continue.
People get to talk it, but nothing that they said was taken into account. It was all ignored. And they just pursued their own agenda instead to fashion this bill, which has some of the things in it, or missing some of the things that I've just told you about.
What can go so?
So we are going to have a proper process, a respectful process of engagement of the Jamaican people to deliver a reform that comes from the people and that the people want and will get behind. And of course, we will try and get the support of the Jamaica Labour Party, and we hope that they will be good citizens of Jamaica at the time. If they come to me with good arguments on the issues that I have raised, we would be willing to support. We'd be willing to support the thing, but it can't be in the form that they have it, because it is deficient and it is unprincipled in certain respects. So they must listen to us and hear what we have to say, but they don't seem to want to treat us with any respect. So if I saw so. When it comes to small business now.
Now, what we want to do for close after reaction, I'm going to play Right Mango. Yeah. I want to pray this. The same thing she talk about. History lesson. Get on a pen and paper and pad. Let's read.
Dear Jamaicans, the workout is over. It's time for us to have a serious discussion. I was scrolling through my Facebook page and I woke up this. No, I seriously believe that Andrew Holness believes that all Jamaicans are stupid. No, Andrew, it's only the Labour right stupid. The rest of us actually have functioning brains and we actually have the ability to recall. I know all our born and drop on our head as a baby. Some of our parents take good care of we and make sure so we have proper education. Of all the gaslighting, narcissistic things for him to say, this is what you come with? Really, Andrew, really? First and foremost, Kamala is going to take Jamaica down memory lane today because there's nothing wrong with my memory and there's nothing wrong with my brain and there's definitely nothing wrong with my intelligence. I didn't buy my doctorate after all. I actually worked for it. Now, prior to 2017, when the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, went ahead and worked for Barbados to become a republic and separated her country from the then Queen before she passed, whenever it was. Did Andrew Holness ever talk about Jamaica becoming a republic? Wanna talk to me then? Talk to me good enough. No, he did not. But Andrew Holness, with his inferiority complex, was jealous of Mia Mottley and the attention she was getting because Jamaicans were calling her the Prime Minister of the Caribbean. Remember? Jamaica was saying them wish she was the Prime Minister instead of him. Remember? It wasn't even 2017. It was later.
Embarrassing.
The Queen
He needs some milk.
2009.
Embarrassing.
It was before the Queen died, before the Queen transitioned. And I remember, everybody did a big up Mia and wondering why we couldn't have that done in Jamaica. Remember, let me bring on the down memory lane a little longer. Before that, Andrew never talked about Jamaica becoming a republic. It was always the PNP. It was always the PNP. Let me refresh your memory. For those of you who never born yet, let me show you. This was as far back as 2003 when this article was written. Right? That the Prime Minister...
These are the articles she had talked about, ladies and gentlemen. This is BBC News. Yes. Let's go back to the Audible.
At the time, PJ Patterson said that he intends for Jamaica to become a republic before he leaves office. And who blocked him? Who blocked him by his own admission? Bruce Golding. Bruce Golden blocked it.
Embarrassing.
Fast forward again. Hold on, let's stick a pin. I'm not done yet. Who is this in 2012? And realize I'm not even drawing for Jamaica media. I draw for BBC to show PJ Patterson. I'm a draw for Guardian to show.
Here we go. This is the Guardian, ladies and gentlemen. The Guardian, yes. Full reference. Yeah, we came with the receipts. Alright. We're not playing around with y'all. There it is. The full article is right there. Go ahead and read it yourself. We're not going through all of that. Back to my lady. My lady, take it over.
Show Portia. Because when those two prime ministers published it, it made UK news because they were concerned. Right? Portia Simpson Miller in 2012 vowed that Jamaica would become a republic during her tenure. And who blocked her? Who blocked her? Who was the opposition leader at the time who blocked Portia? Every chance him get. Make me refresh the memory some more. Wanna remember this? The undated resignation letter that the then leader of opposition, Andrew Holness, had his opposition senators sign. Were they signed? Why did he have these drafted? Should, in case they decide to go against him and vote for Jamaica to become a republic, while Portia Simpson Miller was the Prime Minister of Jamaica. This is why he had them sign it. That time, Christopher Tufton did lose his seat, remember? And it was Arthur Williams, Christopher Tufton, carry him to court.
Again, here's the receipts, ladies and gentlemen. Tufton and Williams, two senators, light of court ruling. This article right here shows everything. He requested undated resignation letters and used them to controversially remove two senators. Guys, not my word. All right, let's continue.
Over it, wanna remember? Make I refresh in the memory. So, for Andrew Holness to tell a blatant lie, it's a blatant lie, like this, and say that the PNP is hindering the progress for Jamaica to become a republic. He's gaslighting you because he can't gaslight me because I know the truth. But he's trying to bend the truth to save himself the disgrace. Because really and truly, come on now, how does it make sense for Jamaica to become a republic and still hold on to the Privy Council? Andrew Holness has no intention of Jamaica to become a republic. And if Andrew Holness is supposed to lose the election tomorrow and PNP win, and we decide to go and push ahead for Jamaica to become a republic, Andrew Holness is going to block it at every chance he gets. Because before Siaga did, Andrew Holness promised him, said Jamaica will always be led by the UK. That's why Bvrfam go get him PC. That's why he was so proud to go and get his PC.
He became a Privy Council member. And yeah, you know, if you guys are not aware of that, you guys need to go do your research on that in becoming a Privy Council member. But I will show you, ladies and gentlemen. You can Snapchat this. This is what his vows look like. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can Snapchat that. You can screenshot that. Yeah, that's the vows he took as a Privy Council member. Moving right along. Moving right along.
To be a part of the King's Council. Remember? You don't go and make Andrew take on a for idiot. Here, Andrew can't take me for idiot. I thank you. Have yourself a great day.
Emotional damage.
Help, UTI the
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
So people, want to see what go on with the constitutional reform, the full history of it. So you what go on. Want to make me know what you think about that in the comment section. Don't hit the like button, share the live. That.